Okay, good morning, students. We can start the class. And today's class is about the time value of money. What you have already studied in Excel, how we are calculating that one, and the option Greeks. In option Greeks, we have studied in Excel different templates for calculating the option Greeks. Same thing here, how far we are able to take nice decision based upon the option strategy. These are all the things we are going to discuss today. So as usual, this is only theoretical portion. So you must know how we have to use and how to use the Python. Another thing, how you can read the output from the Python. These are all things you must know. Of course, as I already mentioned, in case of Python, we are having Python library. You can use the coding from that one. Let us move on to the interesting news of today. As I already shared in the WhatsApp group, you can see the another advancement from the Python. Of course, 10 days back news, real-time graphic user interface. They are created with OpenCV in Python. That is the new graphical interface is used in Python. They use the OpenCV package. Now it is available in the library, Python library. So if you want to create the real-time graphic user interface, you can use that one. Real-time means whenever you are seeing that one, you are able to create nicely. Looks like an actual one. If the internet is correct, you will see how it is working. Okay. Based upon that package, they have created the different type of images. You can see that one. Grayscale image, color image, then image with text. All these things they are created nicely. So Python is not only used for the purpose of numerical purpose, but also able to create a nice design, that is visual techniques. This is an example of real-time image. Of course, I am unable to move the cursor here. But if you move the cursor, this pet will move here and there. That is the thing how they created use the real time. You can see the in top, there's a cursor movement. If you move the cursor towards your right hand side, that dog face will also move towards the right hand side. I think I'm trying, but since I enabled with the PowerPoint, it is not working. Otherwise, you can see how these people created. You can see in the same website how you can adjust that one. Okay. So these are all some of the advancement happening in Python. Another interesting story of the Python is also there. One of the chief financial officer and the chief executive officer of FinCard. FinCard ranks number 3 in worldwide in fintech application. That is financial technology application. When there is an interview with the Mark D. Ark of this fintech company, he quoted about the Python toolkit. Recently, they developed the derivatives and risk analytics for financial institutions. See that one, the Python application is enlarging now. And they are using for the derivatives as well as the risk analytics. You already studied the derivatives management. How far we can predict the future prices, especially in case of option pricing theories. You are using the big formula, but here you can use the same formula, Black-Scholes approach or any other thing. You can easily predict what will be that one, but prediction only, not exact one, be clear. And they created a nice toolkit for the risk analytics, especially in foreign exchange drafts. I think some of you know, in case of currency derivatives, now we are following the forex drafts. It is an exotic option from the currency swaps. I don't know whether you have studied in derivatives or in international finance. It's a very interesting thing. Now people are using foreign exchange terms. This simply the vanilla swaps, which is used for currency derivatives. But only one point you must know, in case of foreign exchange terms, automatically it will get from the database the current foreign exchange, and it will estimate what will be the future price. It will add the foreign exchange reserves as well as foreign exchange loss also, deduct the foreign exchange loss also. That is how it used to calculate, especially in case of foreign exchange charts, FX charts, that is Forex. Likewise, in case of Python toolkit, they clearly enabled now the scalable risk analytics. What are all the risk involved in call option as well as the put option, even in case of American and European option? Today we are discussing some of the things, but we are not going in deep about the risk analytics. But this Python toolkit is used for that purpose. Simple thing. I think previous class we have discussed the trading strategy using moving average method in Python. Same thing here, these people created the scalable risk analytics. That is, they will identify what will be the probability of increase in price or decrease in price. Based upon that, they used to estimate the risk. It is more than that of the beta. Usually we used to calculate the beta value as well as the standard deviation. This is the next stage. What will be the measurable risk? We are able to predict that one. It is simple thing, but here they are using the numerical Python for the purpose of these calculations. So when you are going and sitting in the office as a financial analyst, you must know this thing, different toolkit available for the foreign exchange options as well as for the derivative risk. So today's topic is concerned with the how we can create a calculator in Python. Of course, it is only a basic as per your syllabus. There are two things. One is simple calculator, another one is financial calculator. Financial calculator as per your syllabus is nothing but how you are calculating the net present value, then how you are calculating the internal rate return, all these things. Okay. So you can see the coding for the simple calculator creation in Python using the numerical Python here. Simple thing. It shows only the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That is how they created that one. It is for your understanding only. You can see that one. First performing the addition, A plus B, then A minus B, then A multiplied by B, then you can see the A divided by B. These are all the things they created. Then it will give the option print plus sign, minus sign, multiplication sign, and division sign. You can select any one. Once you select, then it will have to give the input. Simple thing. That is the choice input enter operator to use. Operator means plus, minus, multiplication and division, any one. Then A is equal to input, enter the first number. You have to enter the first number. Then B, variable, input, enter the second number. Then after that, if choice is equal to plus, then add. If the choice is equal to minus, then subtract. If the choice is equal to multiplication, then multiply. If the choice is equivalent to division, then divide. If it is not that one, it is called as the invalid input. Simple thing and simple algorithm they have used. So in this algorithm, if you want to create a simple calculator, of course, only for examination purpose it is there. Since you are not studying Python separately, you will have these type of small things to understand. You can add two numbers, that is definition add a comma b, return a plus b. It will give the output of adding two numbers, that is a and b are the variables. Simple thing. So this is how a simple calculator is designed in Python. Okay. It is very easy, even in case of any programming, you can easily understand that one. Then once it is run in the Python compiler, you can see the output, select an operation. It will give the four option, plus, minus, multiplication and division. If you click any one thing, it will ask enter the operator to use. Out of these four things, you have to enter any one. Then you have to enter the first number, second number, the simple thing, that is the output, how it is defined in the numerical Python. Only the calculation. This is a simple operation used in case of defining a simple calculator. Because as per your syllabus, it is that designing a calculator using the Python. Don't worry, there is no need for coding, but you must know how you are calculating this thing. Is any programming language is having same algorithm. Okay, that is how we used to define. Let us move on to the financial calculator. How the financial calculators are used in numerical Python. Anybody has seen the financial calculator? Like our traditional calculator, there is one calculator called financial calculator. Yes? Anyone? Come on. Why no answer? Georgian, have you seen the financial calculator?
Yes, sir.
Which one? You can tell me the brand name. Georgian is thinking nicely because he should not say no. That is why he told yes. Good, Georgian. Sam? Sam, have you seen the financial calculator?
Yes, sir.
Which make?
Yes, sir.
Well, you can tell me the brand name. That shows that. Once again, you can immediately Google it and find out and tell why you are only MBA students. You are able to tell immediately. Now the Google is with you. You can tell from the Google. Yes. Ranita, have you seen that one? Ranita is not there.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Have you seen any financial calculator, physical financial calculator? You will.
I will see, sir. I haven't seen yet.
Oh, good. I accept your answer. Okay, good. You can see now everybody is struggling to find out the financial calculator. Mhm. You know, there is one financial calculator. Then we'll check here. I'm having, but I think not in my table now. Mhm. A Casio financial calculators are all there. This used for calculating only this thing, NPV, IRR. If you are using in your examination, especially in corporate finance paper, you can directly get the
Texas.
answer. Yes, I identified
Texas.
Texas, Casio.
Yeah.
Yes, Sam identified some of the calculators, Casio, Texas, all those things. Good, Sam. These are all things you should have, but now, unfortunately, most of the MBA students, they are not having the financial calculator. Once upon a time, we used to insist financial calculator inside the class, especially for case studies. I don't know now what is happening. We are having the less case studies, so we are not using the financial calculator. But you must know when you are going for the organization, you are sitting in the finance department. If you want to calculate the simple interest, compound interest, the net present value, especially EMI values, suddenly a person is asking, yeah, I need a loan for 20 lakh rupees. What will be the EMI? You are able to tell. You can't use the Python program or Excel sheet for that one by the same time. Now the financial calculators are there. Immediately in Casio, you can use. I'm having one Casio, of course, not in my table now. Mm. These are all things you must know as a finance student. That is why I'm telling. Okay, coming to our topic, same financial calculator. Now it is available in app, financial calculator app. I think you might have studied in corporate finance. If you want to calculate IRR, what you will do, what Amar will do, if there's a question in IRR, he will simply use the app in his phone and find out what is the answer. But of course, your phone is not permitted inside the exam hall. But if you are having financial calculator, it is permitted inside the exam hall. Okay, same thing, same financial calculator. You can see how we can create a numerical Python. There's a library function available in numerical Python. As usual, somebody already created and coded. So you need not worry about that one. You can import numerical Python library, financial function, that's all. And if you are using that one, you can get the output clearly and it will ask the some of the examples. If you want to calculate the present value, you can click that button and calculate that one. Now it is easily available so that I need not wish to go in deep in method of calculating. Of course, the functions for calculating the NPV, IRR we will discuss. Okay. This is a simple thing in case of financial calculator. Now we are having the library functions. So you need not go for the functions to calculate the NPV, IRR. It is already available in case of Python financial calculator in numerical Python in library. You can use that function directly. Here is an example for your examination purpose, how you can go for calculating the IRR NPV. We'll see one by one. Okay. You know the IRR calculation that I have taken same thing from your template. In Excel, we have calculated the internal rate of return. Directly, we will enter the formula. The formula is the built-in function available in Excel. So the decision or how you will take this based upon the discount rate. That is, if any IRR is less than the discount rate, it costs more to borrow the money. That is the thing we will use to take the decision. Same thing in case of Python, how we will give the IRR. Here is a simple code for that one. Import science Python as SP, that is SCI, that is scientific functions. Then you can input the cash flows. First cash flow you have to input as minus, that is the cash outflows. So cash outflows, then the remaining thing. Cash outflows, you have to give us the minus signal. As usual, what you are given in the Excel also. When you are buying a machinery, there is a cash outflow. So opening one should be in minus. So when you are inputting the value, you have to input in minus. Likewise, first year, here it is given minus 50. That means the cash outflow only, there is no cash inflow. Same thing. Then special IRR cash flows. That's a function in case of scientific Python in which you can calculate so that it will give the output immediately. This is how directly we can calculate in Python. The coding is very simple. Import scientific Python as SP, cash flows. The first cash flow you have to give in minus because when you are buying an asset, it is the cash outflow. So minus 100. Then we are having SP.IRR. That is the scientific Python IRR. Calculation of cash flows, it will give the output. Simple thing. If the IRR is higher than the cost of capital, we can accept. If it is less than the cost of capital, we have to reject. That is the decision making from the IRR. We have discussed in case of Excel. Here we are using the Python, simple thing. That is the difference. Same thing. In case of NPV, net present value, same rule is applicable. You can see that one. The NPV also we are having same thing, dot NPV. In science Python and dot NPV, there's one built-in function called dot NPV. If you use that one, you will get the output. So here is an example. Initial investment is 100. Cash flows for the next years are given 50, 60, 70, 120. The current discount rate is also given. So how we are calculating in a traditional manner, first it is given. R is equal to 0.112. That is the discount rate. 11.2% is converted like that into 0.112. Then in case of numerical Python means you have to write the formula like that, minus 100, because initial investment is minus 100, all these things. But you can see next line using scientific Python dot NPV function. If you use the NPV function, it is very easy. Import scientific Python as SP, then cash flows. As usual, initial investment is minus 100 because it is an outflow. So we are using minus 100, then 50, 60, 70, 120. These are all the inflows. The output, it shows clearly as 121 point something. So this is how we are using the calculation of net present value in case of Python. Either you can go for using the numerical Python by giving the exact formula for calculating, or you can use the scientific Python for the in which we are having the built-in functions. The built-in functions are already available there. So we can use the built-in function for calculating the net present value. Is somebody Okay, no issues. Let us see some of the other functions. So this is for your examination, maybe for section A and B. So take a screenshot and keep it in you directly in some other files. So what are all the formats and functions used in Python for the financial functions? That is first one, you can see the sp.fe, that is the future value. How you have to input that one, rate, then percentage, principal amount, then the present value. That's all. Then it will give, if you enter the end, it will output that one. Then second one is the present value, then the principal amount, then NPV, net present value function, then the interest rate calculation, some cases. That is, what will be the interest rate? You can use that one. Then sp.npr, that is the present value in case of if you want to estimate with the help of EMI. Then IRR, that you know, internal rate of return. MIR, that is mirror internal rate of return. I think whether you have studied in corporate finance or not, now most of the cases we are using the mirror IRR. That is not the original IRR, but equivalent IRR rates. Then the principal amount, then same thing, interest rate for the principal amount and the final rate of the principal amount. These are all the functions which are available in Python as the built-in functions. That is scientific Python. So if you want to use, if you want to calculate all these things, you can directly use that one. Well, because we have discussed in the codings, coding is same thing. Import SCIPY as SP, then you can enter cash flows. Then SP dot, you can go for the function. Whether it is future value or present value, you can give that one. Okay. Then you have to give the input. Input format is given. So this is how we are using the Python for the calculation of different financial functions. Of course, you have calculated in Excel. This is how we are calculating in the Python. If you are having time, you can run the Python compiler and try to understand. But for you, it is only theory, so you can go through, you are able to write at least 2 or 3 functions in Python for creating the financial calculator. This is another method for giving the command future value. Okay, we can define the future value, then the discount rate, number of periods. You can input the formula also. But instead of this thing now, it is very easy to use the built-in function. As per your textbook, I have taken this thing. In case of your textbook, they are using the traditional method. But now we are having in Python the built-in function. So it is easy to use the built-in function instead of using the traditional method. In case of this thing, you have to enter every values, then only you are able to calculate. Now we are having the built-in function so that it is very easy to use. Here is another example how we can create the histogram. Of course, the diagram is not available here. In your syllabus, it is there how you can create the histogram. So that is why I given that one. It is very simple what we have discussed in the first day of the Python class. Matplot library is available. You can plot. Using the matplot library function, you can easily create the histogram. Only thing you have to define the X label, that is X-axis and Y-axis. Then you can give your own title. It is very easy to create the histogram, but In my view, all these are all available in the Matplotlib library. Only thing you have to enter the values, or you can connect with the Yahoo Finance, Y Finance. We have discussed it once. You can integrate the Yahoo Finance with that one, so that in front of you, you can see how this the histogram is coming and the various charts are coming. That is very interesting thing. So instead of using this more thing, try to use that one. Here is an coding for the candlestick diagram. For the IBM, the ticker is IBM, so IBM. It is the same thing. It is available in Matplotlib library and in Python plot. You can use that one. Numerical Python for the calculation. Then after calculation, it will go for the Matplotlib library for plotting the graph nicely. That is used in Python. You can see the coding. You need not worry about that one. It is already available in the Python library. You can use that one. Then coming to this one, you must know this thing first. How we can take the decision based upon the candlestick theory. That is important. This is very old example. Even now it is same thing. The format has not been changed. You can see in case of candlestick in Python, there will be black and red color. Black means the closing price is more than the opening price. Red means the closing price is less than the opening price. Red indirectly refers that the price decreased. The black here refers to the increase. Usually in case of SAS programming, it is in a reverse manner. It is in green and red. Green refers to the, if the closing price is more than the opening price, the candlestick diagram shows the green color line. But here in case of Python, they define as the black. Even you can define as the green color, but usual formatting in case of dashboard and visualization of your data, they used to have such thing nicely. Okay. So this is important. You must know how we are able to know whether our closing price is more than the opening price or closing price is less than the opening price. By seeing this color, this is quite interesting, so that you can easily able to take decision whether the price is increasing or decreasing. If the price is increasing, you can see what is the level in black color. The very big black line is coming means here it shows that it is, that's a huge difference. The price increased too much. Likewise, if you are seeing the red color, it means that the price is going down. Simple thing. So that is how they used to create that one. I will see that one. So even in case of this example, you can see there's a black color here. This black color means the closing price is more than the opening price. That means that since the candlestick is very large, it means that there's a huge increase in the price. That means the price is an increasing trend compared with the opening. At the same time, you can see next line in case of this one, the candlestick, it is very less. That means it shows the red more difference. That is how we are able to see that one with the help of the candlestick diagram. Then of course, the flame line, that is also important. Flame line represents the maximum difference. What is the difference in the price. You can see that one. Here they quoted few examples. This is how you have to see the candlestick diagram and take a decision, because anytime your customer may call you. Suddenly our Jisman may call Praneeth, whether the IBM price is increasing or decreasing. Praneeth is able to tell immediately. He is able to tell, okay, Mr. Jisman, now the IBM is moving down. He is able to tell everything quickly. That is the purpose of candlestick diagram. Usually it is mentioned directly in case of the Python. So I already told there are some of the dashboard. If you visit Carvey Financials in Hennur or in Kamanahalli, you can see that one, can see the dashboard. Based upon the dashboard itself, you are able to take decision immediately. So these are all the things with this matplot library function as well as the numerical Python. Let us move on to the option Greeks. We have already studied the option Greeks in case of Excel, how we are using the option Greeks. Here is some example. How we are going to calculate the value of European option and American option. I think you know the difference between the European option and American option. European option, it should be excised, or you can either buy or sell only on the maturity date. You are entering into a contract for 2 months in European option, means at the end of the second month only, you can either buy or sell. But in American option, it is not like that. Your contract may be for 2 months, but you have decided to either sell that one within 1 month time. It is permitted in American option. But in European option, it is not like that. Only on the maturity date. I think you might have studied in derivatives the difference between the European and the American option. It is quite interesting. Even in case of India, we are following the European option, not the American option. That is also a very important thing. In India, we are following only the European option. Here, in case of Python, how you are calculating the option premium for the European options. Since in case of India, we are having the European option, this is the formula for that one. And based upon that formula, you can directly calculate, but I already told you, now we are having the built-in function, library function, so that you can use it directly. This is the traditional method which is available in your textbook. You know the formula, expression, S0, that is strike price, minus expression within the square root, the rate, multiplied by ticker value in the beginning, multiplied by the dividend. That is the traditional formula for calculating the European option value. You can use this formula. As per your textbook, it is given. That is why I'm showing. But now it has been advanced. You need not go for this thing. You can directly use this type of trading strategy available in Python. That is quite interesting. So you can take a snapshot or print screen of this one, because these are all very important for the examination purpose. Very, very important thing, because this is how we are going to take decision based upon the option trading strategies with the help of Python. In future, Amar is able to take decision based upon that one. So that is why this is very important thing. You can see in the left-hand side, what are all the different strategies it is given. Then the description. Then coming to the right hand side, very important thing, whether it is an outflow or inflow. Then what will be the expectation of the future price movement? That is the decision making. So be clear, when you are able to read the output of Python, how to read the output of Python, how to take the decision from the Python output for the purpose, this is essential. This Python won't tell. Python will calculate like Excel and give the output. You have to take the decision. It will say the direction of the initial flow only. Based upon that, you have to take the decision. That is important thing. Say for example, first one, bull spread with calls. Call option, bull spread. I think you know about the call options and put options. Then bull effect, straddle effect, strip effect, strap effect, strangle effect, then butterfly effect. Very important thing, butterfly calls, butterfly put, then the calendar spread. These are all the different trading strategies in case of option Greeks. I hope you have studied in derivatives. What, Nitya, whether you have studied all those things in derivatives management? Nitya is there? Why? What happened? Pranit, have you studied these things?
Yes, sir.
In derivatives?
I didn't take that subject, but yes, I remember these terms.
Oh, good. You can see we have to appreciate Pranit, even though he has not studied the derivatives. He knows something. Good. Okay. You must know this concept. I thought everybody studied the derivatives management. Okay. First one is called the bull spread with calls. Bull spread with call means that is the call option. Bull spread, the price tends to increase. Simple thing, bull spread means increase in the price, bull effect. If the price tends to increase, you will buy because you are expecting the price will increase. That is the bull spread. Opposite is bear spread. Bear spread, you can see that one. So first one is bull spread with call option. When we can go for the bull spread with call option, usually when there is an outflow of the investment and if the prices are increasing. By that time, you can go for bull spread with calls. So how the Python will give the output, it will show in future, the price will move out, outflow will be heavy and the price will be increasing. If these two things are coming on, it means that it is best you can go for the bull spread with call option. So in our example, Sneha will ask Pranit, Mr. Pranit, I am very much interested in option trading. So which strategy you are recommending to me? So how Pranit will have to take decision? Because he should not neglect his client. How he will advise? He has to go through that one. First case, you can see if the Python output is calculating with the help of Black-Scholes approach or whatever may be the formula, the value, it will show only two things. Is there any outflow of investment or rise in the or decrease in the price? Outflow of investment means your value may move out. Inflow means your value will increase. Usually in case of put option, it will be an inflow. So it will tell only two things, outflow of investments and we are expecting rise in price. Only this thing will come. And if it is a call option, Pranit will say that we can go for the bull spread strategy. Bull spread strategy means you at least for 1 month, there will be a rise in the price. So that Pranit will inform Sneha that, Sneha, don't worry, we will create a bull spread strategy for your call option since the prices of the investment is moving out, but the prices are increasing. During this time, we can go for the bull spread strategy. Bull spread strategy is nothing. I think those who studied in derivatives might have known. Long-term strategy, bull spread means. We are estimating that at least for continuous 1 month, the price tends to increase. So anytime within the month, we can sell. Now we can buy, anytime we can sell. Coming to the bull spread with put option, same thing. We are expecting the Python will shows that there is an inflow of your investments. That is, your investment is increasing. Price is also increasing. Be clear. Inflow means our investment value is going to fetch maybe dividend or anything. It tends to increase and a price is also increasing. In such case, if Sneha is having the put option value, Pranit will recommend for the bull spread strategy. That is how the decision is taken. Same thing you can see in the bear side. Bear side means we estimate that the price will go down. Bear side strategy. There are also put option and call option. If Sneha is having the put option, the same thing. Outflow is more, that means our investment is moving out and the prices are coming down. We can go for the bearish strategy because the bearish trend is there. Same thing, straddle option. In straddle option, we can't estimate is there any rise or fall. You can see at the end, there is no rise or there is no fall in prices. Definitely in such situation, it is called the straddle option. That is, it is going in zigzag manner, the prices. So option theory, it is very tough to identify during the straddle. Strip time, we are estimating that our investment is moving out, but the probability of decreasing is greater than the probability of rising. In such case, we can go for the strip strategy. Strip strategy is nothing but same thing, the zigzag options, very, very short time. We can go for selling the security strap. We can put a hold. When we will put a hold, there is no trading. If the probability of rising is more than the probability of falling, then we can go for the strap strategy. Holding that one. Holding that one means we are waiting for the increase or decrease, then only we will take the decision. That is the strap. Strangle, only there's an, it is equal to the straddle, but here in case of strangle, it is based upon the call option. Butterfly, that you know, stay around time. That is, one side it will increase, another side it will go down. That is how you can butterfly with put and the calendar spread. Nothing is there, but your investment is going out means we can go for the calendar spread option. That is how you can see the right hand symbol will be output in the Python. Based upon that, you can find out which strategy is suitable for us. This is a quite interesting thing, how we are going to take decision based upon the Greeks, option Greeks. That is what this is very important for you. as an financial analyst, you are able to take decision based upon these things only. Okay. Likewise, coming to the next one. Look back option, what we have discussed in previous class. In case of trading strategy, we have not discussed the option, but here is the method of calculating the look back option. Same thing, the same formula method. It is taken from your book, but as already mentioned, look back option, you can use the matplot library function. And you can see in this diagram itself. But unfortunately here they are given only the coding. How the same Black-Scholes approach, which is used for look back option in derivatives. Same formula, it is given like this. But now, as I already told, we can use the Python library for that purpose. Okay. Finally, this is the Sobol sequence. If you want to have an intraday things, we have studied in the last exercise, we can go for simulation method. Same simulation is also available in case of Python. We used to call it a Sobol sequence. In that library, you can get the simulation things so that if you want to have an intraday or intraday trading, interday or intraday trading, you can easily use the simulation techniques for that one. We have discussed in case of the Excel, how we are simulating and estimating the price. Same thing is also available in case of the Python. That is same Monte Carlo simulation is also available. Only thing we can directly use this Sobol sequence, which is available in the Python library. So these are all the things you must know in Python. Next class, we will move on to the pandas, how we can create a database in pandas. That we will discuss in the next class. Okay. So why in Python, two things I already told, you can take a snapshot. So that is useful for the examination purpose as well as your future purpose. How quickly we are able to take decision. Decision making is very important thing. Coding, you need not worry. That is why in case of syllabus, it is not given. Coding, no issues. We can use the built-in function or we can use the libraries available in Python. So that is the easiest one in case of the Python. So now we will move on to the attendance. Yes, now you can switch on your camera. It is giving warning. Jojen,
Yes,
switch on
sir.
your camera. Jojen, still you are in Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pranita. Pranita is missing. Only Renita is there. Switch on camera for all the students. Then Subhashri, she's there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Amar. What happened to Amar?
Yes, I'm here.
You are there, but I am unable to see your face. Amrita.
Present, sir.
Okay, ma, good. Jackal Subhash, you won't come. Jisman.
Yes, sir.
Where you are, Jisman? I am unable to see your face.
Sir,
Yes, yes. Now I am
Yes.
able to see. Good. Justice, as usual, is missing. Okay, Hussein. Hussein, your friend Sam is there. You are missing. He's sleeping.
No, sir, he is there, sir.
Yes, sir.
He's there, but I am unable to see.
Think he
Okay,
loses.
Nivin, Jose.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pranit. Your orange color background is not coming.
Yes, sir. It is
Yeah.
there.
Renita.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Salim. Why Salim is not coming? Sam, nicely. I think
Yes,
now
sir.
everybody is having a different face ups, huh? Because of the COVID. Same thing what you did in COVID one. Good. Snega is there.
Present, sir.
Madhumita,
Present, sir.
Jnaneshwari.
Present, sir.
Yes.
Salim is present, sir.
Okay. Then Chetan.
Present, sir.
Sir, I am
Okay.
also there, sir. Hussein.
Hussein, what happened? In your background, somebody is there.
No, sir. It's just
Uh,
what?
oh, Junaid Basha,
Yes, sir. Present.
Vaishnavi,
Present, sir.
Kirtana, P.
Present,
Okay, Spandana,
present, sir.
Nitya.
Present, sir.
Okay, ma. Jyotika,
Present, sir.
Yasin,
Yes, sir.
Shruti,
Present, sir.
Shukrut,
Present, sir.
Karthik, you,
Yes, sir.
Lakshmi,
Present, sir.
Karthik H,
Yes, sir.
Rabin,
Yes, sir.
Bhuja,
Yes, sir.
Balaji,
Yes, sir. Present.
Sweta,
Yes, sir.
Kirtana M,
Yes, sir.
Durga Prasad,
Yes, sir.
Leena.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Abhijit,
Yes, sir.
Irfan.
Sir.
Okay, good. Midun Sabi.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Only two of them are absent today. Good. Okay, we'll meet in next class with pandas. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye. Bye.